What is up, YouTube? We are back recapping UFC Qatar Sarukian versus the Hooker. Yay. Um, Insane fight card. One of my favorite fight nights that I've watched. I became a fan about 4.5 years ago, or at least an avid fan 4.5 years ago. That was one of the best fight nights I've ever watched. I don't know if I'd say it's the best, but it was so good. I think there was only like one or two fights that were like, eh. Definitely one, and we're gonna start off with it. But first off, we have to run this back. We have to try to get that level 5 Ronda Ebex. It's a must. I have to do it. If we get it really early, we'll switch it up, or maybe we'll hunt something else on Quattros. But we got to get up in here, see what's going on. But getting on to the first fight, we got Denzel Freeman defeating Marek Bujalo by decision. I had Bujalo first round KO. Boy, was that one of the worst picks on the card for me. One of the worst. It was not good. Well, let me reset this time real quick. Um, it was basically like a sparring match. Bujo did absolutely nothing besides just throw like lead leg kicks, and they were like tapping and had no force or aggression behind them. It was kind of annoying in that regard. Um, so that happened, and then what else happened? Uh, Freeman had a flurry in the beginning of round three. That wasn't even like that crazy. Um, the fights, dude, it was so bad. Dude, Bujo just did not use his hands at all. I guess apparently he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, so should have known better. That's on me. I didn't know either of these guys coming in. But yeah, so Denzel Freeman got the win. I did give the first. I gave the first round to Bujo because Freeman did absolutely nothing in the first round. Last two, he barely did anything, but he still did more than Bujo, obviously. But yeah, 29-28 Freeman. I think. How did the people have it? I think they had. Was it? I think it was 30-27. I think there was some 29-28s, but I don't really care to check. I'm going to be honest. All right. On to the next fight. We got Nurulo Aliyev defeating Shamrock. Shamrock, whatever this guy is, you know what I mean? Um, Shamrock's IQ just did not look good enough to be with the guy like Aliyev. Um, Surprised Aliyev wasn't grappling a little bit more, honestly, but he kind of showed he's got some stuff on the feet. Aliyev, I do kind of worry about his gas tank. He was still there, easily, but um, breathing heavy, pretty concerning in my opinion. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, either way, I think. Oh yeah, we gotta go this way. We gotta go up and around again. Yeah, either way, I think we gotta go. Not go. I'm acting like I'm predicting. I think so. This is weird. So everyone had 30-27s for Aliyev. I had 29-28. I did give Shamrock that third round just because Aliyev did absolutely nothing besides hold him against the fence for a little bit. Shem was trying to throw out some crazy stuff in hopes that it'd land, but even if it did, I'm convinced there'd be no power on it. It's just one of those things. But either way, I think this is one of those fights you gotta, you know, understand it's a debut and maybe he comes back. I don't know. I don't see it. I wasn't like impressed like at all, even though I did give it 29-28. Um, Baliyev's legit, dude. I didn't even know this guy's 24, about to be 25 next week or something. Um, he's legit. He could be one of the best. Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But he also does not fight very often. I think this is his first fight. I think he, because I was looking during the fight. It's not just something I remember but apparently he fought on the first card of the year, which wasn't the pay-per-view. It was the one before, which was Dern and Hebos 2 or whatever. So he fought on that, and then here we are seeing him 10 months later, beating Shamrock. But he still look good. He's so young too. Actually, you know what? I don't mind this guy not fight. No, I want him to fight more often. I don't want him to push him too heavy yet. He's got some time, and oh, they're featherweights. I thought they were lightweights. Okay, yeah, I don't know, but he's still got time. I don't know. That might be a better division for Aliev, honestly. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with that guy next. You know what I mean? On to the next fight, we got Ishmael Nurdaev defeating Ryan Loder, first round KO. Oh, I forgot to say. I was too busy talking about fight. I had Aliev decision right there. Got that perfect. But I did think it was a robbery. I thought Shamrock was going to keep it closer than he actually did. So it was not a robbery. Confirmed. Can confirm that. All right, we got to get over here. Still have my marker from last time? No, but that's where they were. Um, yeah, so on to this fight, Nardaev versus Loader. I had Nardaev by decision. He did first round KO. Nasty. What was it? Was it a right hook? Was it a straight? I don't know, but all I know is one and he was out. Loader should probably be cut. Don't yeah, he's just it's crazy because when he beat Valentin, I was like, oh, this guy's kind of might be something to look out for. Maybe I've never been high on the tough guys since like the first season, so I wasn't like that high on him. But I was like, maybe watch out for him. Maybe but, like don't hurt yourself watching out for him type stuff. No, I don't need you. I don't need that. That's a six. I want that though. I want the. Man. So many of them. Oh my gosh. Ah. I don't want to shoot it, but I might have to. I need to get him out of the way. No, I'll just make him run. Fuck it. Because I don't want to potentially scare that Ronda Ebex if it's already over there, which it might not be. Was it 10:24? Alright, but yeah, either way, great win for Nerd AF. You need to somehow get this situated. Oh man, what did I do? Why are you coming closer, dude? Like, stay over there. You can clearly smell me. I know you can smell me. That's a six, probably, right? It has to be a six. Yeah. Let's get him out of here. I don't even want him here. Yeah, great win for Nerdaf. You need to give him a pretty big jump up in competition after this. I'm pretty sure he's on quite a bit of a win streak now, especially was the second stint in the UFC, I think too. I heard word on the street. I don't know, but man, what's up with these Moroccan guys? They need two stints in the UFC to come back, and they're like completely different. They're way better than they were before. I mean, we're seeing it with Yusuf Zalal right now. Where he was trash initially. went crazy in the regional scene. They brought him back, and now he's undefeated since being back. So it's interesting. But great win for Nerdaf. Insane KO. Moving on to the next fight, we got Alexandra Topuria defeating Beksat Almakatan. No, Almakan. Where is this? So, great fight. One of my, in a way, it was one of my favorite fights to watch of the year. But at the same time, I do kind of, looking back, I do kind of wish Beksat was a little more assertive. Um, in the later round, especially. He kind of does seem first round bust, which I hate to say, but uh, the Topuria fight, this fight, obviously he has the first round KOs. I don't know, man. I mean, the hook uppercut combo is crazy. Or is it uppercut hook combo? I can't remember, but he's crazy. Um, and then I gotta get over here. I gotta see what's popping off over there. It's over there, right? It's not over here. It won't be over here, right? Dang, bro, those Ronda E-backs weren't really around like that? The fuck? Yeah, but I gave first round to Almacan, because the leg kicks, and I think I don't know if I wouldn't say he rocked Topuria, but he definitely got his attention. It was like, oh, that landed flush type thing. I can't remember. I think it was with that combo that I mentioned previously, but I think, oh my gosh, that's him. That's him. I can see it from here. I can see it from here. Get up in here. I can see it from here. Oh my gosh. That's the 5. I have to get in closer. Oh my goodness. That is going to be such a sketch shot. Unless I squeeze it from here. Oh my gosh. Ah, fuck. I have to get in closer, dude. It's too little of a body. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Wait a second. I can get in on this. Shut up. I don't care about you. It's gonna be so close. I'm scared. Oh, it's that on site. Let's go. Oh, please don't be a troll. Oh my goodness. Back to the fight though, in time being, because this is also a good fight. I really want to break this down. I really like this fight. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Topuria's should have got the finish. He's too hesitant." I get it. It's just he's not Ilya. Like he's not like he's very good. I think he will be ranked at some point. But I don't. He's not Ilya, so I don't know why people are like, oh well, they're brothers. They have to be the same. That's not how that always works. You know what I mean? So I saw people were mad about that. They were mad about the lack of weapons that Bexat was using. Fair game. In my opinion, it was one of my favorite fights of the year. It really was. Watching it, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I thought both guys really showcased their skills. Um, Topuria's grappling was kind of sick. And then let me get back to scoring the fight. So I gave it to Bexat still because of the damage. I could understand why people would consider giving Topuria that first round as well because he got Bexat down towards like a little over halfway through the round and then landed that one elbow that cut Bexat. But I don't know. I think Bexat did way better on the feet in the first round to where I'd give him the first round. Second round was Topuria all day, mixing in takedowns. It's really establishing that jab, which his jab is, it does damage. All right, hold on. Moment of truth. Let's see. That's a big, like, has to be, right? Bang. Bang. Oh, and the trifecta. And the trifecta. Incredible. One of the best. Wow. They got two of the Ebexes now. Incredible scenes. Wow. All right. So, what do we go for now, honestly? I gotta get out of this place. We'll run Quattros, honestly, in honor of that awesomeness. Um, yeah, second round easily Topuria with everything going on. Third round, Bexat still has his moments towards the end, but Topuria stumbled him severely twice in a row with the right hand. Um, Topuria's still pretty good at cutting off the cage. He just can't find the kills. I won't say can't find the kill switch, but he's just, I don't know. I don't know what, but he looked pretty good. I think both guys kind of looked good here. Begzat does, like, as much as I want to give Begzat credit, he does really give first rounder bust vibes. Which is crazy. He's a bantamweight, but he does pack that much heat where there is a lot of validity to that statement. So we'll see what they do with him next. With Topuria, I'd say one more fight someone right outside the rankings maybe, and then I'm down for them to match him up with the rank guy. But you don't want to push him too hard because of the Ilya thing. I know he's older and everything, but MMA wise, he's younger. He only has 8 professional fights. Took a pretty long layoff in between some of them, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I thought that was a great fight. But it was probably my favorite. Yeah, fight of the night, I guess. Yeah, there were so many good fights too, which sucks. But at the same time, I really was locked in for this one, especially it being so early on the prelims. So, shout out to the guys; they put on performance. On to the next fight, though, we got Abdul Rahman Yakayev defeating Rafael Sequeira first round. Oh no, sub. I had KO. I know I said I had a different lock of the card. This was really my lock of the card. This was the one I threw most of the money on. I was so committed to this. Um, and got let down. He stunned him right away. Right away, got him off balance with the wheel kick that he threw 2 seconds into the fight. From there, just blitzes him. Sequeira just chin wide open air, gets tagged. He's almost out. Whatever. Somehow recovers. Yakayev picks him up, drags him, throws him back down to the floor, immediately goes for the sub. I throw up in my mouth mentally. I couldn't believe it, dude. I had so much on first round KO, on so much on KO, and he goes for the sub, dude. What? Sports rigged. I knew it. Couldn't believe it. Like, he knew. Everybody was on it. Someone paid him. It's like, hey, man, just get the sub. He stunned him. Got the sub. That one hurt, low-key. But I got the round and the fighter correctly. It's just... Damn, there ain't nothing at this lake, bro. What the heck? Alright, let's go somewhere else. Let's go here. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, so great win for Yakayev. Don't rush him either. Apparently, he's only 24. That's kind of crazy. So He's got a lot of time. Just let him beat some cans for, I'd say a few more fights. Get 4 more easy wins in type stuff. Then put him up against like a pretty good guy, and then see how he does. Isn't he? I know he only has like 7 or 8 professional fights now. I think they're all like first round finishes or some crazy or finishes at the bare minimum. So we'll see what happens. On to the next fight though. We got Asu Amabayev defeating Alex Perez. Third round sub. I had Amabayev decision. But I think Perez was winning that fight. Actually, I did somehow score Alice in the first round, but it was like very close from what I remember. Second round, I gave to Perez. Perez kind of was like, it's like weird. He throws shots to like Covington and like Pantoja. It's like kind of just like not even winging shots, just like flailing the arms, like head like slightly down type stuff. But it was kind of working low key. And I think it was in the third round or the very end of the second round where Albaev landed a pretty nasty spinning side kick. Um, that might have been the second round actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know, but yeah, I thought Perez was looking good. I mean, as much as I want Albaev to win because that's who I bet, oh my gosh, here we get Gritos. Oh shit, this baby. Hey, if I get 2 in 1 session, that's incredible. That's scenes. Um, fight. What fight are we on? Yeah. So Perez looked really good. Very unfortunate to see that happen. I think that was his first fight coming back too since the Tyra ACL tear with the back take type thing. Um, so it was tough, man. But I'm a Bayev 2 fight win streak again after the Manel Cap thing. Who do you match him up with next? He just faced number 8 Perez, or maybe Perez was 7. He was 8. You got to give him someone above him. He took on Ochoa, who wasn't even ranked. Just took on Perez, who's right next to him. You have to give him someone. I would say in the top 5, he got a sub. It's not like it was a boring decision like the Ochoa fight. Like, he got a sub. I think you have to reward him with a guy like, number 4, number 5, whoever that would be at the time that they, signed a contract, So, great win for Almabayev. Honestly, we can look. I know they just removed Kai France from rankings. Let's see. All right. So, all right, past it. Okay. So Almabayev will probably get promoted to 7. Just lost to Manel Cap. When is our Amir Albazi fighting again, bro? Like, this is crazy. No Cap and Roy Val are probably about to fight. Honestly, it's so messed up for Roy Val, but I have a feeling he's going to lose to Manel Cap. Uh, some random. I think technically Roy Val should be Cap, but I have a weird feeling that Cap is going to get a random flash finish. So I'd say you do Almabayev versus Roy Val next. If Roy Val loses, yeah. And then if that's not the case, you can do him versus the loser of Tyara Moreno. Almabayev. For Perez, I think you got to match him up against Koji Horiguchi, dude. We'll get to Horiguchi, actually. We're not going to get too much into that, but I see what people are saying, and I disagree. So we'll get back. We'll get there in a second. But on to the next fight. We got Nicholas Dalby defeating Sajid Isgakmaev. Decision. I had Isgakmaev decision. It was Dalby. Um, First round was really close. I gave it to Sajid. But I could understand Dalby. I really could. That first round was really close. It just kind of came down to who was outpacing who, you know? So, um, wait, it's crazy. It's just a bunch of ones, dude. Oh, shoot. That's a four. Oh, shit. I gotta pick my poison right here. I'm thinking of look. Ah, I shot way too early, bro. What am I doing? They'll be back probably, hopefully. Yeah, first round we were really close. Watching it live, I gave Sajid, but like as the fight went on, and I wasn't actually looking at the Twitter thing, so I don't know what they say. They probably gave Sajid anyway. Who cares? But I was starting to think back on that round one. I wasn't, for whatever reason, I was watching it, but I wasn't paying attention. Um, too much, like close enough to really like feel so strong about either guy winning. Um, but as the fight prolonged, I was like, ooh, I think Dalby did actually kind of win that round one again. Thinking back on it, and then round two I gave Dalby. Oh no, I gave the it's Gakmaev. Sorry. Yeah, second round I gave to Isgakmaev, just for control and everything. And then third round I gave to Dalby because of control. Um, wow, I really don't remember much of that fight now that I'm thinking about it. I just kind of remember Dalby was on top for a good portion of it, and then Sajid was kind of. It's just like they weren't really throwing from what I remember. It was just a bunch of clinching and grappling, and not like the fun, like, oh, I'm trying to get the finish. It's like, oh, I'm holding you down just to assert my dominance type shit, you know? So, yeah, but either way, um, I was fine losing there. That was a risk I was willing to take. I also didn't know this Iskakmaev guy was out for 3 years, or hasn't fought in 3 years. So it was a risk I was willing to take. I just didn't know what Dalby was going to look like coming back after the KO loss. I didn't think he was going to get chinned, but I could see him being rocked, stumbled, you know, controlled, and it is what it is. You know, sometimes you got to take risk, and I did there. Actually, I wasn't even risk, honestly. Would have been a risk if I picked Dalby and he ended up winning. This Gakmaev was like a minus 300 some favorite. On to the next fight, we got Luke Riley defeating Bogdan Grad by second round KO. Um, I had Riley second round sub. Thought if he trained with Pimbley, he'd probably be nasty sub. His sub was literally plus 1700. So when I was betting, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's not getting sub. Like if just regular sub is that high, like come on. But yeah, I mean, he got a second round finish though, So I'm trying to think back. I think Rod was, controlling him first round, couldn't really get up, and then second round was on the feet for 30 seconds too long or 20 seconds too long, whatever it was, and then I want those fours to come back. That's sad. I can't believe I missed that. Actually. Oh, I did hit it. Oh my gosh. It was just a bad shot. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that I think it was a left hook, from if I'm not mistaken. That left hook that Riley landed on Garad, he was out, and then when he fell down, he woke up type thing. That's what I think. That's how I remember it in the replay. But that was crazy. Like the ref arguably could have stepped in, but everyone would have been complaining early stoppage because he woke up on the fall down, it seemed like, or something. It was so weird. But he was out. When that shot hit him, he was out, no doubt. But yeah, that was that's a rock. Okay, I'm trying to interesting. All right. Hey. Oh, there's another outpost that's going down. What the heck? Why is there two right next to each other like that? Okay, whatever. Um, but yeah, great win for Riley. The ground and pound was nasty too. Just like I guess there was two just like right on, through the button, not push the button, through the button, and he was dead on sight. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. On to the next fight. Koji Horiguchi defeating Tagir Ulanbekov. Uh, third round sub. I had Horiguchi decision, and was a little nervous, watching the ceremonial weigh-ins with how big Tagir looked, but dude, I didn't even know Horiguchi was 7-1 in UFC when they cut him. Like that's crazy. Only loss being to Demetrius Johnson. Like goes out there, puts on a freaking clinic on this guy, man. Just like exposed everything that people will sometimes touch with. Fuck, man. I knew I choked that shot. Fuck. Um, yeah, Koji Horiguchi, man. He's I'm trying to. Oh wait, something happened. Yeah, he looked so good. Exposed to gear, going back off. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. And just like that, oh shoot. And just like that, you have a contender at flyweight. However, you know, people are, talking crazy, Granted, Horiguchi kind of talking crazy too, but I kind of like it. Calling for Pantoja. Brother, you will be ranked number 11 after this week. Let's calm down. Oh, it was only silver. Whoa. Alright, so it wasn't good enough anyway. Alright. But yeah, let's calm that down. I want to see at least one more fight from you, if not two. I get the whole kind of fast track thing, but dude, he might just need one more. Honestly, in all honesty, they should. I hope they don't give him a title shot though. I like Horiguchi. I want to see him earn it though. Like Pantoja's legacy is just guys not really earning it. Honestly, I wouldn't even say that. Actually, Kaikar France not earning it. Um, who else? We'll see. Okay. Um, that's it. That's all I got. It's just one male and 10 females. What the? Okay, there. Oh no. Let's get this guy real quick. Fuck it. Ah, shoot, dude. Bad shots today, man. Thankfully, I didn't do that with the diamond. Jeez, man. Um, yeah, Horiguchi looked really great. I don't want them to give him title shot next. How did I score the fight? I think I gave first two rounds to what's his name? Horiguchi. Let me see. That was my first time watching him fight, though, in person. I first heard this guy from the Sergio Pettis back fist KO. That was crazy. I've seen that video a few times. But you know, like I said, I wasn't a fan of the UFC when he was originally in it. So, oh shoot, is that floating to me? What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa! Got a bunch of goat noises coming at me. What the? Oh, that's a big one. Wait, this one turns back around. I can get this one. I get. Turn on sight. Okay, now we gotta get those out. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess up that area too much. All right, we'll get out of this lake. Um. Where's that going? Fuck. It's going all the way back over there. Unbelievable. Um. How did I score this fight? Why am I on this? Yeah, I did give both rounds to Horiguchi. So, yeah, man. Very impressed with him. Looking back, I can't understand why people picked. No, I can't understand why people picked Taguir and back off, but that was awesome. I mean, and also I thought Taguir was only like 29, 30 years old. He's 34, about to be 35. Like, dude, hang it up, bro. I wouldn't say that, but I don't know. And I saw Islam saying that he's never cutting that weight again. He's going to bantamweight or something like that. And I'm like, well, what's gonna happen? Like, is he just gonna be a placeholder while Umar runs that division? Like, I don't get it. Or are they gonna fight each other? I don't know. But either way, um, great performance by Horiguchi. Um, very curious to see what they do with him next. But please, not a title shot. Give him at least one more guy. One more guy. That's all I ask. The Takir win is good. It's a great win. I get it. Even for him being number 11, it's a great win, but especially in the way he did it. But I don't want to see it. I don't want. Well, just yet. I don't want to see it just yet. On to the next fight. We got Waldo Cortez Acosta defeating Shamil Gaziev, first round KO. Man, Cortez Acosta, bro. Insane. Oh, I did get the lung. Okay, nice. Um, dude, he shouldn't be fighting for a title next. I know he shouldn't be. But if they did give him one after, let's assume John Jones never comes back. Whatever, it's all facade. Whatever. That means Pereira doesn't move up. Whatever. All this happens. Let's say we get Aspinall gone rematch. Whatever happens. If especially Aspinall wins, low-key, not box office, but it's like the best title fight you can do right now. If Aspinall, say, beats Cyril Gane and we don't see Pereira or Jones come back or move up. You have to do inverse Cortez Acosta with the whole eye thing. Like, dude, like, cinema. You have to do it. There's no way you can avoid that. If that's the case, if all these what ifs actually happen, which is somewhat realistic, I don't think Jones or Pereira come back moving up is that set in stone, you know. And I think Aspinall does have a good chance to beat Cyril Gane again. You know, it's a close fight on paper. Obviously, we've seen that in the first round of it. But you know, it's very possible that these can happen. And if that happens, you got to give it to Cortez Acosta. if for whatever reason that does not happen, he needs to fight one more time, and that's a title eliminator only. This man, I'm not even a big fan of him. I think he's kind of a dick. I think he's like what he did to Arlovsky was annoying. However, I do think he is good enough to almost warrant a title shot. Back to back first round KOs in a span of 3 weeks is no joke, especially against two guys that are top 10. No, I think Gazif's 11, but D'Elia was like 9, I think, when he faced him. He's helping out the company. He's getting highlight finishes while doing so. Um, he's not. That's not boring. You know what I'm seeing him do right now is not boring by any means. So great win for Cortez Acosta. Honestly, I'm very excited to see what happens with him next. These last few weeks have really upped his stock tremendously in my books in a very horrible heavyweight division. So we'll see what happens, man. He might pose some issues to Aspinall too. You never know, but I guess we might find out sooner rather than later. But um, yeah, I had Cortez Acosta decision, and he did it by first round KO. Yeah. On to the next fight, though. We got Mick Tebek, oral by defeating Jack Hermanson by first round KO. I had oral by decision. Um, yeah. I mean, oral by, bro, is something else. Um, yeah, we gotta get out of this area actually now. We'll go a bit. We'll go check this out. Uh, yeah, I mean, not much is going on. You know, O'Brien was trying to, get some clinch work done, and he was, winging some shots over the top, trying to connect. Um, no, but the scariest part about that whole fight is when Hermanson got chinned, I was like, oh shit, he must have just landed that flush, whatever. Because I didn't see it. Like, I was watching it, but I didn't, like, see it clear enough where I was like, oh. And then you look back and you're like, oh, okay, it hit him in the back of the head. That happens. Then you look at it again and you're like, dude, that barely touched the back of his head, and he was out cold. Scary stuff, man. Can't tell if Jack's chin is gone, if the weight cut was that bad, maybe a little bit of both. Maybe Oralby has power at 170. Could be all three of those. All I know is that was not good for Hermanson. I hope he either moves back up to middleweight or I hope he retires because you don't want to go out like that. That's a horrible way to go out. It's very tough because, I mean, we're talking a year and a half ago. This guy schooled Joe Piper, who's been on a pretty good win streak since then. So, yeah, that's tough, honestly. I had oral by decision, like I said. Did first round KO. I don't want them to rush oral by a welterweight. I do kind of want them to build this guy, you know what I mean? 27, he's about to be 28 in a couple months. I think he's got time. I want him to really build into that weight class if he's going to stay a welterweight, which I think I heard is true. I heard he's not going back down to lightweight. That's probably awesome. Um, but yeah, lighter man skill prevails again, or could it just be the durability from a horrible weight cut on the side of Hermanson? Very possible. Oh, shoot. Oh, dear, look fake. Alright, let's see what we got this lake. Do we got anything there? I don't know if I've ever been to this lake. I probably have passed through it. I don't know if I've ever specifically hunted this lake. Yeah, on to the next fight, though. We got Volkan Oezdemir defeating Alonzo Menefield by first round KO. Called that to a T. That was easy money. I thought it was going to happen right away, and it almost did. Um, it's just, Metafield gets pressured, guys start throwing combos and he just gets clipped and he just can't seem to escape. And then he tries to kind of throw back and he just gets chinned even harder. Um, yeah, I mean, Metafield kind of gives me vibes that he's going to be like a rankings gatekeeper, where he's going to beat some of these up and coming guys, the light heavyweights, and then he's just going to lose, anytime they try, like UFC try to jump him up against like some of these vets that have been in the rankings for a while. Like he's not going to prevail, but I don't know. We'll see what they do with Metafield next, but that's a bad look, man. I know it's Volkan Oezdemir who's been doing this again recently, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to go out like that. You don't. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, I called that correctly. Volkan. I mean, what do you do with Volkan, man? You know what I mean? He's just been. You can't ever seem to get over a hump in the top five, or at least as of recently. I think once upon a time he was during the DC days. Um, Volkan Oezdemir. What do you even do with this guy? He's number 9. You just face number 14. I hate to say it, but you could do Volkan versus Dom Reyes. Um, now, who isn't Jan Blachowicz fighting somebody soon? Maybe he's not. No, yeah, I think. No, yeah, who's. Jan Blachowicz is fighting someone. Who is it? He's fighting Gooskov, isn't he? It's something stupid like that. Okay, so yeah, you have to wait. You have to do Oezdemir Dom Reyes, honestly. Because everyone else, Uzdemir's already fought, or they're already looking up even higher. Or you have Jamal Hill, who says he won't be back until, what, didn't he say 2027, if not very late 26? So we're not going to see Jamal Hill for over a year, at bare minimum. Is that a shadow or is that an animal? Southeastern Spanish Ibex? It's an Ibex of some sort. I see the freaking horns on it. Um, but yeah, great win for Volkan Oezdemir. We'll see what happens. On to the co-main event. We got Ian Machado Gary versus. Oh, where'd it go? Thunder out. I have a feeling that stuff's about to spawn in as soon as they get closer. Yeah, Ian Machado Gary defeating Bilal Muhammad by decision. Oh my gosh, the wolves, bro. There's wolves near me. Ronda Ebex. Okay, I just got a Ronda Ebex. I can care less. There's Rondas as well. Alright. Let me see. Yeah. Sorry, I can't believe there's nothing over here. I guess I'll. Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, so yeah, I gotta get closer before I can see what that is. But yeah, this fight people were saying it was a dud. It wasn't that good. It wasn't the craziest fight ever. We were also so spoiled with this card. Like, this is kind of crazy. I got to even defend Bilal Muhammad and Ian Gary, especially their performances. Um, what I am gonna say is the fight was close. I scored at Ian Gary. Um, Let me see what I have. I had Ian Gary winning round one. Leg kicks, oblique kicks, you name it. Bilal couldn't stop him. You couldn't see him coming. They were coming from so far out. They were just all day. You know, Ian Gary wasn't using his hands though, that much. Second round, actually, dude, no, the whole fight, bro. Let's talk. Bilal striking. I know we joke about the Canelo hands. I get it. It's funny. It's hilarious. I still laugh about it. Bilal's hands have gone way better in the past like year, probably year, 2 years, maybe. Um, in the JDM fight, yes, was it dumb for him not to start shooting takedowns right away? Yes, it was dumb. However, his striking was decent. It was never going to match JDM's, but it was decent in that. And then we're like, all right, whatever. In the Ian Gary matchup, where he has a significant reach. Something. Whoa. Now they're all running in. Whoa. That one looks big. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's just a rock. I thought it was like a grade 1 E-Bax or something. Jeez. That's crazy. Oh! Oh my gosh! Look how many just E-Baxes just spawned in. These are all Rondas. That's a 3. That's a 2. I don't need any more Rondas. That's kind of crazy. I guess I'll shoot one more for the road. Yeah, so Bilal's hands in this fight with all the physical disadvantages, it was great. Like, it was nuts, dude. Shout out to Bilal, bro. The overhand was there. The right hook was there. I couldn't believe it, dude. Could not believe it. So, I got to give credit when it's due. Bilal looked good on the feet. Ian Gary's takedown defense looked pretty good too. Now, Grant, I do not think these are prime Bilal Muhammad shots. Towards the end of the fight, some pretty decent shots, no doubt. But these are not, that fight kind of gives me like the like, smallest bit more confidence that Ian Gary could be Islam. However, it still doesn't show me that he beats Islam at the same time. I don't know. I still see that as like a slightly lean Islam fight, but we'll see what happens. That's the one that's running away. Not for one male. What the fuck is that? Yeah, these are all Rondas. Gosh. Shot too early, I think. Yeah, third round, I give it to Ian Gary. He's very close, though. If someone really sat me down and made a point to prove Bilal won the third round, maybe I believe it. I don't know, but I had 29-28 Gary. Bilal's hands look good. Gary's takedown defense looked pretty solid too. Doesn't show me too much though about the Islam fight. I thought Ian Gary was going to go out there and make a statement, and that would have been like, oh, Islam should kind of watch out. But now I'm like, he still has all these crazy advantages and everything. It's possible, but at the same time, it's tough to say. You know what I mean? It's very, very tough. But we'll see what happens. A lot on the table there. Um, Not the greatest performance. And I will forever say that Ian Gary is delusional. He's a cuck. It's a whole thing, and he's insufferable. But at the same time, the call out was gold. It was one of the best I've seen, especially recently. Did not stutter. Said Islam has a duty to face the number one contender. I was like, wow. I was like, dude, I can't stand you, but you are absolutely right, brother. Islam calling out. And granted, Islam wasn't calling out Usman when he was number 8, but Usman is now number 8. You can't give Usman a title shot. You can't. Absolutely cannot. It needs to be Ian Gary or Morales or Shavkat or shouldn't be Prates, or Prates. But yeah, I think those three, they deserve a title shot. Don't want to see Ilya fight for it. We'll get to what we want to do with Ilya next here. On to the last fight. We gotta get this done quick because I'm about to hit the hour mark. Wow, this video flew by, but also felt so long. Oh shit, where did I shoot this thing? I gotta find this real quick. Did I get up? I got it. I got it, right? Ah. Oh my gosh, I don't know. All right, yeah, we got Arman Sarukian defeating Dan Hooker by second round sub. I had Arman third round sub. That's tough. No, people are saying they saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody. I don't see anyone saying Arman sub. People are saying Arman KO or points. I saw it coming. I was like, Arman's gonna make a statement. He's been training with Hamza a lot. I think his submission game's probably been upped. And sure enough, it has. Striking on the feet, boxing especially, looked better. Um, I don't care what they do with Dan Hooker next. Honestly, some things need to be sorted out by the time he probably does fight again anyway. What I want to see is... Oh, shoot. Is it up here? Oh, yeah, it is. What I want to see next is Ilya Topuria versus Arman Sarukian. Now more than ever. I kind of wanted it before, obviously, but I think I did kind of need to see Arman fight another guy, before Ilya, with just the long layoff and everything. And, dude, he looked so good out there. Dude, him and Ilya, dude, oh. Dude, it's like a 52-48 Ilya I got right now. There is a way, 100% a way I see Arman beating him. And it's the grappling, the striking looked good. It looked good. I don't know though. We'll see what happens. Actually, no, maybe 55-45 Ilya, but dude, it's close. It's close. Like if Arman won, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the grappling is it's going to be something that Ilya has never even come close to facing before. And I really do think Ilya has next level grappling. It's just Arman, I think, is arguably one of the best grapplers in the UFC at the current moment. And just like sometimes you just can't beat that. You know what I mean? I can't find this thing. Fuck. I blew it. Where is it? Ah, man. But yeah, I wanted to find this before I got off, but not going to be able to do so. I got 20 seconds left. Great card, though. What did we go? We went 11 of 14 winners. 2 perfects. Oh, can I claim it in time? Oh my gosh. It might end. It's been so real, YouTube. We missed a shot. Goodbye.